Hi everyone, welcome to Impact Academy. Okay, today let us continue with the Indian national movement, which is a very important topic in Indian history. So last time we have seen till 312. Let us continue from 313. So Abhinav Bharat, a secret society, was found by. Okay, Abhinav Bharat is a secret society which was found by V.D. Savarkar somewhere in 1908. Okay. And if you say Lala Hardayal is associated with the Gadar movement. Okay, Gadar movement in 1914, 1917. It was a revolutionary movement in North America. It was, I mean, associated with San Francisco also, all those things. And Angreji Raj Ka Dushman, something like that title will be there. All those things you have to remember. And Lala Lajpat Rai is associated with Punjab National Bank. He is the founder of the Punjab National Bank. And Abhinav Bharat Society was founded by V.D. Savarkar and his brother Ganesh Damodar Savarkar. Okay, those two are very important. So, which among the following Congress sessions was known for concession of separate electorates for the Muslims by the Congress party? So, 1916 Lucknow session. So, let us see. If you remember, 1907 there was a Surat split, right? 1907 is important because of the Surat split. And who is the president? Raj Bihari Ghosh. Try to remember that also. Who is the president and the place? Okay, Surat, and what happened? So there was a split in the Congress between the moderates and extremists. And again in 1916, okay, 1916 they came back together. So 1916 is Lucknow. So it is called as the Lucknow Pact. And president is A.C. Majumdar. Okay, here it is Raj Bihari Ghosh, 1907, and 1916 Lucknow Pact. A.C. Majumdar is the president of the INC session, and there is unity between the two factions, moderates and extremists. And Lucknow Pact signed between Congress and Muslim League to build political consensus. So what happened? Which among the following sessions was known for concession of separate electorate for the Muslims by the Congress party? So that happened in 1930, 1916 Lucknow session. Also, 1917, 1913, 1915. Just see if anything is important. 1913, not much important. 1917 is 1917 is president is unimpeached. Okay, first women president of Congress. Try to remember, very important. And first women of India is 1925. Okay, 1925 Kanpur session, Sarojini Naidu, first Indian woman president. And just 1 year before, 1924, Belgaum is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji. Okay, so Gandhiji is the president for only 1 year, 1925, 1924. So it's very important. And also remember the place, Belgaum. So all these are important. Next, Lord Clement Attlee was Prime Minister of the England at which of the following events? So let us look at Lord Clement Attlee was the Prime Minister of England at which of the following events? Okay, so India's independence, that is in 1947. Okay, 1947, Lord Clement Attlee was the Prime Minister. At the same time, let us see who is the Governor General. Okay, Lord Mountbatten. And Lord Mountbatten plan, what is a Ratcliffe Commission, all these things. It is during this 1947. Lord Mountbatten plan is also very important. And C. Rajagopalachari was the last Governor General of India before the office was permanently abolished in 1950. So also the first Indian Governor General obviously is C. Rajagopalachari, right? And the last British Governor General and the first Governor General of what is independent India is Lord Mountbatten. Anyway, and also Jallianwala Bagh massacre. It is in 1919, right? 1919 Jallianwala Bagh. Okay. So it is because of this Rowlatt Satyagraha. In order to what protest against the Rowlatt Act, they have gathered together at Jallianwala Bagh. And in Jallianwala Bagh, couple of things you have to remember. One is General Dyer. Okay, it's very important. Jallianwala Bagh also. And recently, uh, So it is 1919. So it has recently crossed 100 years. So there is a chance of some questions being asked. Okay, general diary is very important. General diary is the what is it, the commander or the police personnel who ordered the police to shoot on unarmed civilians. Okay, and it is in Amritsar, Punjab, and Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and many people like Rabindranath Tagore, etc. They have returned their knighthood also. So this is because of the Rowlatt Act. So why did this happen? In order to oppose the Rowlatt Act. It was passed in the Legislative Council and it authorized the British to arrest anybody suspected of terrorist activity. So without any trial or anything, without any notice, anyone who is suspected of terrorist activity can be arrested and they can also be detained for up to 2 years. So you can understand that it is meant to oppress the Indian people. So there was a protest against the Rowlatt Act and that turned out into the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, in 1919, that is very important. And General Dyer, okay, is the general. Next, Government of India Act 1935 is a very prominent act, and one thing we remember about this act is diarchy was abolished in the states and diarchy was introduced in the center. Okay, we've already seen, right? Government Montego Chelmsford reforms 1919. They introduced diarchy at the states, and in Government of India Act 1935, they abolished the diarchy at the states and introduced diarchy in the center. And Simon Commission is 1927. Again, very important. Actually, it had been formed to see the functioning of the Montego Chelmsford reforms, right? It's supposed to come in 10 years, that is to 1929, but it came a couple of years before 1927 because there was not even one Indian in that commission. They were all European. So people had boycotted the commission. The Congress had also boycotted the commission with placards saying Simon go back. So it is in 1927, and the head of the commission is Simon. So all those are important points. So who was the Prime Minister of England when Simon Commission came to India to review the working of Government of India Act 1990? So GOI Act 1919 is also called as Montego Chelmsford Reforms, very important, and it introduced diarchy in the states. Remember that also very important. And Simon Commission came to study the working of this act. So because it is supposed to come after 10 years and it is supposed to look at how the act is performing, and the Prime Minister at that time was Stanley Baldwin. Try to remember that. And Lord Clement Attlee was the Prime Minister during the independence, that is in 1947. So Champaran Satyagraha was first to be stated, but the word Satyagraha was used for the first time in which of the following? Okay. So Champaran Satyagraha is the one of the beginning Satyagraha after Gandhiji came back to India. So Gandhiji's first Satyagraha you can say is Champaran Satyagraha. It is in 1917, right? So all these are very important. Champaran followed by Ahmedabad. Okay, Champaran Satyagraha is in 1917. The date is also very important. Okay, Champaran Satyagraha is in 1917. It is immediately followed by Ahmedabad Satyagraha, right? Ahmedabad Satyagraha, and it is in 1918. Immediately the next year, and immediately it is followed by Kheda. Try to remember in the same order. Okay, it is also in 1918. Kheda Satyagraha. So usually it is remembered as K, right? C for Champaran Satyagraha, A for Ahmedabad Mill Strike, and K for Kheda Satyagraha. 1917, 1918, 19. In Ahmedabad Mill Strike and Kheda Satyagraha, one of the prominent leader is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Also, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is famous for Bardoli Satyagraha. Okay, Bardoli Satyagraha, which came later on. Okay, that is also famous for Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And it is in 1928. Very important. Remember all these dates also. And Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919, General Dyer, we have seen. Simon Commission is 1927. Rowlatt Act is 1918, right? 1919 only. 1919 is Rowlatt Act. Okay, and non-cooperation movement is 1942. Sorry, that is Quit India movement, 1922. So we saw about Gandhiji, right? Gandhiji, first thing is Champaran, followed by Kheda and Ahmedabad and Kheda. Then one of the 1920 is non-cooperation movement. Okay. Non-cooperation movement in 1920. That is very important. And the next important, this non-cooperation movement 1920 has been stopped because of the Chauri Chaura incident. Okay, Chauri Chaura incident is 1922. So when the non-cooperation movement is happening, Chauri Chaura in Gorakhpur, okay, of the United Province, which is now Uttar Pradesh, that police station has been attacked and there has been violence. And this incident is supposed to be a non-violent one. Okay, Gandhiji advocates non-violence. So because of the Chauri Chaura incident in 1922, the non-cooperation movement has been stopped. So remember all that. And next major one is 1930 civil disobedience movement. Okay, especially if you're looking at Gandhiji, 1917 Champaran, Ahmedabad, and Kheda 1918, non-cooperation movement 1920, and 1930 civil disobedience movement, which is also called as the Dandi March. Okay, the Salt Satyagraha or the Dandi March. It started from Sabarmati Ashram and continued till Dandi, which is a coastal village in Gujarat. So all these are very, very, very important and frequently asked questions. So which among the following was the most important reason of objection to Simon Commission? As I said, there was no Indian member in the Simon Commission, and that is the main reason for boycotting, because they are bringing several acts and they are only coming and verifying the acts, so which is not a right thing. And by that time, we are asking for significant power share of power in the administration. Okay, next. The first meeting of Indian National Congress was held in Bombay in 1885 under the leadership of. So, as I said, the Indian National Congress was established in 1885 under A.O. Hume. Okay, so A.O. Hume, who is a retired British official, in uh, 1885. Okay, 1885. Remember that, and it is in Bombay. Okay, and the first president is Womesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay, W.C. Banerjee, Womesh Chandra Banerjee. So all these are very important. First session is in 1885, Bombay, presided by Womesh Chandra Banerjee. The second session, held at Calcutta in 1886, is presided by Dadabhai Naoroji. And Dadabhai Naoroji is called the Grand Old Man of India. And the book which he has written is Poverty and Un-British Rule of India, which is very important. You have to remember that also. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. That is a book by Dadabhai Naoroji. Very, very, very important. So the first meeting of INC in 1885 was W.C. Banerjee. Don't go with this answer. W.C. Banerjee, Womesh Chandra Banerjee. And Badruddin Chapji is the first Muslim to preside over the Indian National Congress. That is also very important. Okay, and it is in Madras. Third session, Madras, 1887, and it is presided by Syed Badruddin Chapji, who is the first Muslim president. And also look at the fourth one, that is also important. Allahabad, presided by George Yule. He is the first English president. Okay. And 1896 also important. National song Vande Mataram was sung for the first time by Rabindranath Tagore. And it was in Calcutta. Okay. Rahimutullah Sayani. And one more thing, R.C. Dutt. R.C. Dutt's famous book is Economic History of India. That is also very important. R.C. Dutt book is The Economic History of India. Okay. The Economic History of India is a very important book written by R.C. Dutt. Frequently asked question. In 1956, during the reorganization of Indian states, state of Hyderabad was split up between Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. So, if you look at the formation of Andhra Pradesh in 1953, okay, with Kurnool as the capital, and I believe 1st October 1953. 1st of October 1953, Andhra State Act was passed. Okay, Andhra State, not Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Andhra State was created, and Tanguturi Prakasam Pantulu was the chief minister. And it is because of Potti Sriramulu, the death of martyrdom of Potti Sriramulu. Okay, you have to remember all these things. And Kurnool was the capital. Later, in 1st November, okay, 1st November 1956, the Andhra Pradesh state was formed. Okay, the Andhra Pradesh state was formed, and it was and the first CM, I mean, first chief minister is uh, wait, first name, let's see, Neelam Sanjeeva. Just a minute. Okay, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. Okay, yeah, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy is the first chief minister of the Andhra Pradesh. Remember all these things. Okay, Tanguturi Prakasam Pantulu was the first CM of the Andhra state. After it became Andhra Pradesh, it is Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. So Hyderabad region was split up between these three states, and the Telangana region was combined with Andhra Pradesh in 1956. And again, we have seen recently, right, in 2014, June 1st, right, June 1st, 2014. Okay, AP Reorganization Act of 2014. And okay, it is 2014, commonly known as the all that is fine. When did okay 2nd June, not 1st June, 2nd June. So 2nd June 2014 is the new formation day for both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So all those points are very important. Simon Commission and visited India during the time of which among the following viceroys? So Simon Commission is 1927. So let us look at 1927. Lord Irwin. So all these are very important. Okay, who is the Governor General, who is the Viceroy, who is the Secretary of State, those things you have to look at least the important points. And Lord Irwin was, you see, Simon Commission. When Simon Commission came to India, Lord Irwin was the Governor General. And when Nehru Report 1928, Nehru Report is also important. When that was introduced, Lord Irwin was there. So in the Lahore session of the Congress, Purna Swaraj Resolution 1929. So what happened in 1929? So 1929 Lahore session, President is Jawaharlal Nehru, and they passed the resolution on Purna Swaraj. This is also frequently asked question. Okay, 1929 Purna Swaraj. And civil disobedience movement as for complete independence, it was launched in 1930, right? 26th January is to be observed as Independence Day. That is why even today we observe 26th January as the Republic Day, right? Fine. So let us continue. So among the following leaders joined Gandhiji in the Champaran Satyagraha held on April 10, 1970. Okay. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad. If you look at Ahmedabad mill strike, Kheda Satyagraha and Bardoli Satyagraha, then it is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Otherwise, in Champaran Satyagraha, it is Rajendra Prasad. So, who among the following was the first Indian woman president to chair the INC? And Kanpur session 1925. So, we have seen multiple times, right? Annie Besant is in 1917, right? Annie Besant, 1907, first women president of Congress in Calcutta, and that is 1917. 1924 is Gandhiji, Belgaum, and 1925 Kanpur session president is Sarojini Naidu, first Indian women president. So we are repeating multiple times because that is how you will register. Okay, it is in history. Just by reading once, you cannot remember. Only when you read multiple times, repeat the same thing and again, then you will be able to register better. So, in context of the Constituent Assembly, which among the following observations is the correct? Okay. So, the members of Constituent Assembly were elected directly. No, we are talking about the Constituent Assembly. Okay. So, that is before the independence. The basis of seat allocation was population, which is true, and the composition of the Constituent Assembly was roughly in line with the suggestions of the Cabinet Mission Plan. Okay. So, that is true. So, the Constituent Assembly sorry, not before independence. I mean before the constitution came into what you say came into being. Okay, so that the Constituent Assembly was formed, and we know Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji was chairman of the drafting committee, and there are many other committees. Okay, all are very important committees of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, States Committee Jawaharlal Nehru, Steering Committee Rajendra Prasad, and Union Constitution Committee Jawaharlal Nehru ji, Powers Committee Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, all these are very important. Total 22 committees was there. Okay, so it will come in polity also, but in general, keep those in mind. The basis of allocation was based on population, and the composition was roughly in line with the suggestion of the cabinet mission plan. So consider the following events of Indian national movement. Okay, so uh, Pune Pact we have seen, right, after the Round Table Conference in 1930. Round Table Conference was there, right, and after that the 1930. So that is the Gandhi Irwin Pact. Pune Pact is with B.R. Ambedkar. Let us see Pune Pact. So Pune Pact was signed between, okay, Mahatma Gandhi ji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It is in 1932. So in the first roundtable conference, the Congress has boycotted. Okay, first roundtable conference, the Congress did not attend, and in the second roundtable conference, Gandhiji nominated to represent INC in the second roundtable conference. Fine. So in the 1932, there was a Pune Pact between Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, in the Yerawada Central Jail, Pune. So that's why it's called the Pune Pact. British government to grant separate electorates for the depressed classes. So basically, British government wanted within the Hindus. Already, they had a separate electorate for Muslims, yeah, Hindus, right? Within the Hindus, they wanted to have separate electorate for the depressed classes, which Gandhiji was against. Okay, he did not want further division among the Hindus. So, in order for that, he gave. That is also frequently asked. Okay, how many seats were given to Pune Pact? Let us see how many seats were signed. Let's see. Okay, 147. The pact finally settled upon 147 electoral seats. Okay, nearly twice as many as seats that were reserved for the depressed classes. So, if the British would have given, they would have given somewhere around 73, 74, right? Half of 147. So, in order to um, not allow such a thing to happen, Gandhiji has made a Pune Pact with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji, where they have settled for 147 electoral seats. That is also frequently asked. And MacDonald, okay, McDonald was the Prime Minister, British Prime Minister at that time. So he was also called as MacDonald, British Prime Minister, also called as father of. Okay, that is fine. He's also called as father of communal electorate. Something is like, okay, fine. We'll see when it comes. Okay, Ramsay MacDonald. Okay, he was the Prime Minister at that time. Anyway, so let us move ahead. So what is asking is to select the chronological order. Fine. So we have already seen Pune Pact 1932, Gandhi Irwin Pact 1931, right? Okay. And so A will come before B, and Karachi session of INC. There is the Karachi session 1931. 1931 Karachi session. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the president. Okay. Gandhiji nominated to represent second round table conference, etc., etc. Endorsement of Gandhi Irwin Pact. All that happened in. Okay. So first thing is Gandhi Irwin Pact. Next, um, Pune Pact. No, Karachi session of the INC, which is 1931 again. Next came the Pune Pact 1932. And individual satyagraha is during the 1942 Quit India movement. Okay, that comes later on. Quit India movement, and the first person to give individual satyagraha is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Okay, first individual satyagrahi. Okay, Acharya Vinoba Bhave. And one more thing is the president of, let's see. Okay, fine. When it comes, we'll see. No problem. So remember all those things. Individual satyagraha. It is during the Quit India movement, 1942, and the first individual satyagrahi is Acharya Vinoba Bhave, and all other things which you see. So try to keep that in mind. Okay, Gandhi Iron Pact 1931, Pune Pact 1932, Karachi Session also 1931. Okay, who among the following had founded the Central Hindu College at Varanasi, which later converted into the BHU, Banaras Hindu University. Okay, first it was the Central Hindu College, and later it became Banaras Hindu University, and it was by Madan Mohan Malviya. Very important. Anni Besant is the Home Rule movement. Okay, Bal Gangadhar Tilak is also associated with the Home Rule movement, and his magazines were Kesari and Maharatna. All that is very important. Try to remember. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, we've seen so many things like fine. So remember Madan Mohan Malviya. So which among the following led to Jallianwala Bagh massacre? So we have already seen the Rowlatt Act. Okay, Rowlatt Act, where Indians can be detained without any trial or anything for a period of 2 years on the suspicion of terrorist activity. So in order to protest against the Rowlatt Act, people have gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh, and by the order of General Dyer, the massacre has happened in 1919. Very important. And immediately, what the non-cooperation movement followed in 1920. So during which of the following years Port Blair was headquarters of the Azad Hind government under Subhash Chandra Bose? So it was during 1943 to 1944. And Subhash Chandra Bose was the president in 1939. Okay, Haripura session. That is also very important. See, 1938. Sorry, 1938 Haripura session. Subhash Chandra Bose was the president. Very important. Okay, and 1939 All India Forward Bloc Committee. Okay, Forward Bloc. Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, the forward bloc of the Indian National Congress is a political party formed in 1939 by Subhash Chandra Bose in Uttar Pradesh. So this is also important. Forward bloc 1939 and INC session, Haripura session 1938. He was the president. Fine. So in 1943, 1944, this Azad Hind government had its headquarters in the Port Blair. And also we've seen Captain Mohan Singh, right? Azad Hind, founder of Azad Hind Fauj. The Raj Behari Bose was the founder of Azad Hind Fauj, the Indian National Army. The Indian National Army by Mohan Singh was revived by Raj Behari Bose. Fine. So the Indian National Army was by Captain Mohan Singh. It was later revived by Raj Behari Bose. Fine. And he was also associated with the Ghadar Party in 1913. And Ghadar Party, the main person is Lala Hardayal. So all these things you have to remember. So Captain Mohan Singh was the founder of the Indian National Army. Next, during their rule in the British persuaded or forced cultivators in Bengal to grow wheat. Okay, during their rule, the British persuaded or forced cultivators in Bengal to grow. Actually, this would be the indigo, right? Uh, because indigo is not in the option. I don't know. Let us check. Okay, British persuaded the cultivators in Bengal to grow. British persuaded farmers in Bengal to grow. Okay, so British persuaded or forced cultivators in various parts to produce crops that would benefit them. So jute in Bengal, tea in Assam, sugarcane in Uttar Pradesh, wheat in Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra, and Punjab and rice in Madras. So, and in general, at this from this point of view, you have to look at the Teen Katiya system also, which is very important. Okay, Teen Katiya system. In Teen Katiya system, it was the economic policy enforced by the East India Company. The native farmers of Champaran in Bihar were forced to cultivate indigo. Okay, in 3 parts out of the land out of every 20 parts. That is also very important. Out of 20 parts, 3 parts, they were forced to cultivate indigo. Indigo is a cash crop. So it is used for the textiles, right? Coloring of textiles. But because of, in place of rice and wheat, they are asking to grow indigo. So obviously there will be a shortage of rice for the people to eat. But the British was forcing them to grow indigo. So this is the Teen Katya system and the Champaran Satyagraha, all that we have seen. So always Bengal means jute. Remember Bengal jute, tea in Assam, wheat in Punjab, and sugarcane in Uttar Pradesh. Remember all those things. Don't remember wheat. So Jallianwala Bagh 1919, we have seen General Dyer. Okay, and Lord Curzon is 1905. Okay, 1905 partition of Bengal. Very important. 1905 partition of Bengal. Where is it? Lord Curzon. 1905 partition of Bengal. Partition of Bengal, right? And also Indian Universities Act 1904, appointment of Universities Commission, appointment of Police Commission, all those things. But more prominently, partition of Bengal, which was later annulled. Okay, which was later annulled when under Lord Hardinge II, annulment of partition of Bengal in 1911, and transfer of capital from Calcutta to Delhi. This is also 1911. Establishment of Hindu Mahasabha also in 1915. All the while, Lord Hardinge II was the uh, Governor General. That's also important. Okay, fine. Which of the following movement did Mahatma Gandhi make the first use of hunger strike as a weapon? So it is in Ahmedabad strike. The first one, Satyagraha of Gandhiji is Champaran Satyagraha, which in which Dr. Rajendra Prasad was associated. The second one is Ahmedabad mill strike, in which Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji is associated. Fine. And first time he used the hunger strike as a weapon was in Ahmedabad mill strike. So who propounded the theory of economic brain of India? So Dadabhai Naoroji, the grand old man of India, he propounded the theory of economic brain of India. So he opined that the British policies and the British imperialism was draining the wealth of India. It was taking the wealth of India and sending it to London. Okay, so remember that point, very important. Also, the book written by Dadabhai Naoroji is Poverty and Un-British Rule on India. That is very important. Who was given the title of the Ambassador of Hindu-Muslim Unity for being the architect and mastermind of the historic Lucknow plan? Okay. So Muhammad Ali Jinnah was given the title of the Ambassador of Hindu-Muslim Unity for being the architect and mastermind of the historic Lucknow Pact. And Lucknow Pact is in 1917, right? In 1906, there was a Surat split, right? 1907, sorry. 1907, there was a Surat split. And 1916, they became, there was a unity again, moderates and extremists. So Lucknow. Remember these two. Okay, 1907 Surat split and 1916 Lucknow tax. So which of the following was the leader of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Army founded in 1928? This Chandrasekhar Azad. Okay, very important. Republican Hindustan Socialist Republican Army HSRA was founded by Chandrasekhar Azad, and there is Bhagat Singh also associated with HSRA founder. Okay, Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. Okay, Chandrasekhar Azad, Sukhdev Thapar, and Sachindranath Sanyal. Okay, SN Sanyal, and Bhagat Singh is associated with Let us see. So, see. Okay, he is associated. He is a prominent member of the Hindustan Republic Association. So try to remember that also. It was probably responsible for its change of name to Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. So first there was what was called as Hindustan Republic Association. Okay, for in that Bhagat Singh was a prominent member. Later, played an important role in changing the name to Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. Okay, socialist was added later on in 1928. Remember all those points. Very important. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev, along with Jai Gopal, were involved in the famous Lahore conspiracy case. Right? Lahore conspiracy case. They threw a bomb in order to so that they can be put in what you say put on trial on court and gather the attention of the people. Okay, the Lahore conspiracy trial, first Lahore conspiracy case of 1915. Series of trials held in Lahore and etc. etc. All that is fine. This is different. Okay, Bhagat Singh was rearrested in connection with the murder of a British police officer, J.P. Saunders. Remember that also. And the case was called Lahore Conspiracy Case. Saunders was killed mistakenly as the real target was another police officer, James Scott, who was responsible for the lathi charge that killed Lala Lajpat Rai. So Lala Lajpat Rai is a prominent leader from Punjab, and he was killed in the lathi charge, okay, by James Scott. And when Bhagat Singh tried to kill James Scott, a bomb was thrown, and instead J.P. Saunders had been murdered. Okay, so remember all that. This is Lahore conspiracy case. Fine.